Hello and welcome to Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen. Tonight we're in the kitchen. I would prefer to be outside. I wanted to cook outside today, but as you can see, it's raining. So that will not stop me. I have all the ingredients. I'm going to make it anyway. A couple things we're going to make tonight. A low country boil. This is everything in one pot. You can't beat it. Everybody's got something. Meat, seafood. It's just wonderful. Trust me on that. Now, it wasn't raining the other day when I got my brand new tractor and I started plowing my ground. My garden is going to be wonderful this year. I can't wait to share tips with you. We're going to get some experts in here to talk about gardening, garden tips, whether it's inside, whether it's out, whether it's raised beds in the city. So many ways to raise vegetables. And if you can't raise them yourselves, we're going to tell you where farmers markets are, where you can buy locally produced vegetables, and even go visit some places where you can get your beef and chicken and so on and so forth. All right, now obviously I want to put my stuff in. It takes a little bit longer to cook first. So I'm going to take my onion, cut it up, put it in the pot. I'm going to take my carrots, put them in there and let that flavor get going. I'm going to take the tops off of my celery. That really makes a nice flavor. I'm going to take my lemon, drop it in there. I'm going to take my potatoes, drop them in. I'm going to take my smoked sausage and put it in. I'm going to split my corn in half and put that in the pot. Now, again, we've only got 2 people tonight that and I'm going to feast on this stuff. Nikki's going to help me. Typically, I would go a pound of shrimp or crawdads or crayfish or whatever you want to call them, and then whatever else you like. If you want to drop a lobster tail in, crab legs, whatever you like, seafood-wise, drop in there. You could even drop some clams in there, steam some clams on the side. Oh, it's all good. But again, what we have is shrimp. We have some Texas Gulf shrimp. We have some crab legs from Canada, and we have some lobster tails. All right, in my crab boil, I like to use some traditional, some of the shrimp and crab boil. This just happens to be McCormick. I like that. I also use Tony Chachere's and just a dash of Old Bay seasoning. I like all those flavors together. Tony has got just a little bit of cayenne in there or something that really brings those flavors out. A little bit of heat gives it that Cajun thing. We're going to let that boil till the potatoes get soft. It usually takes 15 or 20 minutes, and we're going to add the rest of the ingredients. But meanwhile, if you want to check out some of our recipes or shows we've done in the past, check out timfarmerscountrykitchen.com. All our recipes are listed there, and you can check out some previous episodes as well. All right, now while that's going, I'm going to take off my handy-dandy self-pumping, no aerosol that my wife got at Elder Bierman. I'm going to spray some olive oil on here. Now while this is cooking, we got to have a little appetizer. You know, you should eat salmon. You need your omega-3, you need your fish oil. You need to eat salmon a couple times a week if you like that sort of thing. I love it. It's good for you. And I'm going to do something to it that's not necessarily good for you, but it tastes good. You know what? I'm going to put a little bourbon honey glaze on there. And I'm going to start off. With, I like a lot of honey in there. A couple of heaping tablespoons of honey. I'm going to come up with just a little bit of soy, just enough to give it that little salty flavor. I'm going to take me a little bit of bourbon, whichever kind you like. Just drizzle that in there. I'm going to take just a little bit of sesame seed oil. Drizzle that in there. That gives a nice flavor as well. And I'm going to take, just to give it a little smoky flavor, this is some hickory smoke flavoring. Just a couple drops, a little dab will do you on that. I'm going to take a little bit of garlic, powder that in there, and a little bit of brown sugar. And I'm going to mix that up. It's going to make a really thick sauce, really dark sauce. Now I'm going to take a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, put on our salmon. Like my pepper. Tiny bit of sea salt. I'm going to take my mixture, get it all nice and mixed up. That smells heavenly, by the way. I'm going to drizzle that over that. Drizzle that over that. A little dab will do you. And I'm going to broil that. Now, I don't like my salmon too terribly done. And I'm thinking within 5 or 6 minutes, this is going to be ready to eat. And it is scrumptious. All right, the salmon is done. It smells yummy. And whenever the food's done, Nikki always appears out of nowhere.
Yum.
You like this, don't you?
I do.
I came up with that little sauce all by myself, and I really, really like it. Now, this is something that I've worked on for years. I really, really like it. I guess you could call it bourbon honey glaze for your salmon.
That's delicious.
And that's just a little snack. Now, you could take a whole slab.
Very good.
You can take a whole slab of salmon and do this.
Any more sauce? I like to dip it.
We can dip it.
Dip it in your sauce.
I can
It's delicious.
use it a little over the top. Well, let me tell you what. You're in salmon heaven.
That's really good.
Now, okay, so honey's good for you. The salmon's good for you. Brown sugar, but it's good. Tiny bit of soy sauce. You got your omega-3s.
I like it.
And a good snack.
Very good.
2 thumbs up.
3 thumbs.
I wish I could do that. All right, in just a second, Nikki's going to make her famous crab salad. I'm going to check on the crab boil. Okay, Nikki is here to make her famous crab salad recipe. This is delicious. I've never known anybody who's tried this and not liked it. You have put your garden rotini macaroni.
Right, you can get those anywhere.
It's just colored.
Colored
Looks
macaroni.
pretty.
Right.
You've got it boiling over there, and as soon as it's ready, tell us what you do to get this thing going.
Well, it's pretty simple. And you can put in whatever you want. This is what you and I like. But your basic, you want some imitation crab meat. That's what we kind of use. We're going to use that, some cheddar cheese, and some people just like that.
Now, you could use real crab meat, but it's kind of
Right.
a pain to get it out of the shell. And we have done that. It's good, too.
Very good. I like to add broccoli, tomatoes, and some black olives.
And that's it.
Right. You can add red onions, but we're not big onion fans.
That's what you do this.
So while the noodles are boiling, let's go ahead.
This is ready to eat.
And it's pretty much chunked, but you have let me get the knife here. Let's cut it up a little smaller here. Just kind of, we're going to chop it up so when people grab it with the fork in their noodle, they can. So that's kind of our crab. A little more fine. And that's our main crab part. I'm going to go ahead and put this in the bowl.
And what is that? It's about 8 ounces.
Yeah.
And this is enough for 3 or 4 people.
Right.
And everything we do, you just follow the recipe. If you got more people coming, just double it, triple it, quadruple it.
Right.
This is a party pleaser. This is something that we've had at many, many get-togethers, and
Very
everybody
good.
likes it.
And just the broccoli, and we like a lot of broccoli.
Now, do you chill this typically before we eat it?
Yeah, but you like to
couple
just,
hours?
yeah, you should.
Because it never makes it. I'm
Right.
usually eating it before it hits the refrigerator.
I'm just going to kind of cut these bite-sized pieces too. Now, if you want to pour the olives, I have black olives.
Olives ready to go?
And I already got those
It's
sliced.
optional. If you like green olives, you can put green olives. I like the black olive.
Like I said, a lot of people like to stick fresh red onion in there.
How much of this cheese you want in there?
We're going to use a lot of it, probably almost, you can go ahead and pour it all in, I'd say.
Pour all of it in?
Yeah.
And that's about 8 ounces too.
All right.
So let's just
And I
pour
need
it
to go
on.
stir our noodles.
Tell me if I need to stop.
Let's use it all. It'll be great.
Use it all? All right.
Yeah. And let's stir our noodles. All right, we're ready.
Bring those cold noodles over.
And I'm going to get you a good spoon. You go ahead and stir that
I'm going
up.
to start stirring it. Get everything all happy with each other and acquainted.
And the secret ingredient is Italian dressing.
And I already mixed it up.
You already got it sugared for us?
Sugared up.
Doesn't it
real
look good?
It does look good. Nice and colorful. See, I already know how this tastes, so I'm very excited.
Let's see how that is. You
I
give
bet
it
that'll do it.
You give it a taste, and I used a little over half. It looks pretty too, doesn't it?
It does. All those colors come out when the oil gets in there. Oh man,
That's good.
We haven't had this in a while.
Maybe try.
A little saucer. What do you think? It looks about right, doesn't it?
It's good.
Saucer out and we'll try it.
Pour yourself a little bit.
Now, that's going to be our side to our crab boil, but we must
You need to try it. Make sure it's good.
Make sure it's good. Make sure it doesn't need anything. All right, ready? A little bit of everything on there.
I just got some crab.
Perfect.
Got enough dressing?
What do you think? Mm-hmm. You got your crunchy broccoli. Mm-hmm.
Very good. I think we're ready to eat our dinner.
That's another meal to finish off right there.
And this will last for days. This can last for days in the fridge.
That is wonderful. That's
How'd you like it?
Okay, you know what? Obviously, we got a good boil going on now. So I'm going to go take my seafood and drop it in. And in a minute, we're going to spread our wonderful spread out here. Drop in our lobsters and our shrimp. Turning red already. Crab legs. Oh, look at our sausage all plumped up and ready to go in there. Right now, because this stuff is cold, it's going to take a minute to get back to boiling real good. There it goes. All right, now typically I would like to be outside where we could just pour the water off, put it on the picnic table, whatever flat surface you want, put newspapers down and throw it down. Then you just have a paper plate or whatever you want on the side and you dig in and you start eating. Now, it's right here. Here's our dinner. We've already had a pile of that because we're waiting on this. But you just dig in. You just get a hint of that those Cajun spices. You can taste the lemon. It really enhances all that. Your shrimp, the hides are just getting ready to peel right off of them. If you want, you can have a little cocktail sauce. Our friend Tracy got us these right here to cut your lobster with. Low country boil. It's a meal ready to go. You pop everything in one pot and you got everything you want right here. All right, I'm going to pause in my eating to say it's all about good times.
Good friends.
Good eats on Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen. We have so much coming up this year. It's so much fun. We got a guy coming in tomorrow. He's going to walk around the farm with us and tell us what we need to do to start running our sheep because she likes to eat lamb.
Love lamb.
We got our pig pen almost done. We got to put some concrete down there. We got so many things going on. Our garden's going to be huge. Don't forget to check us out on Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen Facebook page and like us there and find out what's going on. And again, don't forget TimFarmersCountryKitchen.com to check out recipes you might not have seen before and some old episodes. Not that old, we've only been going since October. We're going to continue to eat until we fall down in the floor. But until then, see you next week on Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen. I'm eating taters in my hand.
I'm eating corn.